Subtraction word problems. Our learning target for this week is I can use numbers and words to make sense of problems. So this week, we are going to be talking about different reasons, different situations that you might need to use subtraction. Today, we're going to talk about the most common reason that people use subtraction, and it's just a takeaway problem. Sometimes they're called a separation problem because you're moving pieces away. You're taking away. So let's have a look at our separation poster or our takeaway poster. So this is the simplest subtraction problem is where you don't know the answer. So this one's called separate, but the result is unknown. So let's see what that looks like. Julie had 7 apples. She gave 4 of them to Sarah. How many apples does she have left? So we represent that with the whole. Julie had 7 apples. We know the total. She gave 4 away, so we know to take away 4. That means minus 4. So it's asking you how many apples are left. So we can count back on the number line. You can know your math facts. We know that it's 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. So we're going to do a couple more of these together. I'll read the problem to you. Dad caught 12 fish. He threw 3 fish back into the river because they were too small. And he took the rest home to cook for dinner. How many fish did Dad take home to cook for dinner? So we start with the total. Dad had 12 fish. He threw 3 back into the water. So take away 3 from those 12. So minus 3. And we know he took 9 home for dinner. You can represent it with a picture if you need. Just represent the fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the 12 fish he caught. But he threw 3 back because they were too small. So take these 3 away. And then you should have your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So we're going to do another one of those. This time I'm going to have you solve it. 11 children were swimming in a pool. 3 felt tired and got out of the pool to have a rest. How many children were still in the swimming pool? Stop the video here and solve the problem. And when you have your answer, come back and we'll solve it together. All right. I hope you got your answer. So the most important thing with a word problem is making sure you're dealing with the right numbers. I know 11 children were in the swimming pool, so that's the total. 3 children felt tired and got out of the swimming pool. So 11 minus 3, or take away 3. 3 got out. So how many are left in the swimming pool? You could draw it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But 3 got out, so take away 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or just learn your math facts and know 11 minus 3 is 8. Or count up from 3 to 11. Lots of ways to do it. All right, we're going to change it up right now. This is still going to be a takeaway problem, but sometimes in a takeaway problem, what we're taking away is unknown. Dun, dun, dun. You don't know how many you're taking away. And it could be a trick. But this is how you're going to set up these problems. You'll have your total minus, well, I don't know, how much are we taking away? And then you'll find your answer. So look here. Julie had 7 apples. That's the total. She gave some to Sarah. Huh, how many? How many did she give to Sarah? We don't know. But it tells us that she had 3 left after she gave some to Sarah. So how many did she give to Sarah? That's how you set up the problems where you don't know how many are being taken away. So let's try this one. A teacher bought 20 pencils for her class. 1 week later, some pencils were missing and 14 pencils were left. How many pencils were missing? I'm going to help you set up this problem, but then I'm going to have you stop it and solve it. Remember this one, we know how many pencils we had, so you're going to write 20. We're going to use our subtraction. 1 week later, some pencils were missing. So some pencils went missing. That means they were gone. They went away. They were taken away. But it doesn't tell us how many. It just tells us some. But we know that 14 pencils were left. So you have to solve how many pencils were missing. Stop the video here and give that a try and come back and we'll figure it out together. All right, so we know we have 20, but we're going to take away from 20 some pencils, and we're going to get to 14. So you have to figure out, well, how many do I need to take away from 20 in order to have 14 left? So you can subtract, you can represent 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Here's 20. Okay. I know that there were 14 left in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Kind of wrote that crazy. 14. So this is how many we're missing. Just that many. So we could count back. 14 minus what is, 20 minus what is 14? Let's go and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 pencils went missing. Okay, let's do this again. And this time you get it set up on your own. 12 snakes lay in the sun on a rock. Some snakes slithered away, and then there were 8 snakes on the rock. How many snakes slithered away? So stop the video here and solve this problem, and then come on back and we'll talk it through. Okay, so you know you had 12 snakes total laying on the rock. Some snakes slithered away, so get set up. I know I'm going to take some snakes away, but I don't know how many. And after I took some snakes away, there were 8 snakes on the rock. Okay? So I need to take some away from 12 so that it equals 8. So I could do my snakes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was 8 snakes. Now this is 12. Okay. So if these snakes are going to slither away, how many slither away to get to 8? 4 snakes slither away. Did you get 4? Good. All right, let's take a look at one other way that we can use subtraction to separate. We can use subtraction when we don't know what we're starting with. So this is an example of what it looks like. Julie had some apples. So that's the unknown whenever you see that word. She gave Sarah 4 of them, and she had 3 apples left. How many apples did Julie have to start with? So let's practice a couple of those. Some cookies were on a plate. I ate 5 cookies. Then there were 12 cookies. How many cookies were on the plate to begin with? So some, remember, is your question mark or your blank. Some cookies were on a plate. I ate 5. And now there are 12 cookies left on the plate. How many cookies were there to begin with? Okay. So we can use a tape. This is what we're figuring out. Some cookies were on a plate. We have this part. I know 5. I ate 5. And then there was 12 left on the plate. So essentially, we're going to add together how many I ate plus how many are left, and that should equal up here. So 12 plus 5 is 17. So 17 minus 5 equals 12. All right. Try the next one all by yourself. There were some fire engines at the fire station. 6 left to go fight fires. Then there were 6 engines at the station. How many fire engines were at the fire station to begin with? Stop the video here and solve the problem. And come back and we can talk about different ways to solve it. Okay, so we don't know how many to start with. Remember, when the beginning is unknown, that's your whole. You don't know how many fire trucks were at the station to start with. But 6 drove away and 6 are left at the station. So we can add those 2 together to figure out this one, and we'll check it. 6 plus 6 is 12. So let's see if that makes sense. 12 fire trucks were at the fire station, minus 6 left to go fight fires, equals 6 left at the fire station. Yep, you did it. Good job. Okay, so the last thing for for your practice is I want you to write your own subtraction story problem. So think of something, a situation where you need to take away. And do you think about the examples that we gave of what information do you have? Are you going to do a tricky one, like some fish were swimming in the fish tank? Or are you going to just do a regular subtraction, like I had 11 pencils and I gave 6 away. Like, think about how you want to do it. So you'll write your story here. In this box, you'll write a number problem. So you'll write your numbers. Blank minus blank equals blank. And then draw a picture to show your subtraction story. You don't need to print out this piece of paper. You can just do this in a notebook or on a blank piece of paper and share and show to an adult. If you take a picture of your subtraction story, you could upload that into Schoology or send it to your teacher. I know they would love to see your subtraction story. Have fun. Bye.